Today is March the 3rd. It's about 8:45 in the morning and it's about 40 something degrees, 42, 40. Here's our water storage here. I think we might have water in here too still. Yeah, but we've been pulling water out of there. Yeah, the gate's open. I was gonna show because we're getting, the reason I'm out here early in the morning is because we're gonna get our solar done today. So I'm just kind of marking the event, so to speak. Captured a lot of water on this side of the house, especially in this area right here. We had at least 4 containers, one of the trash cans there, and they were overflowing by the time we got done. We had a really good rain this last week. I guess it's been a week now because I have not been out here because of the way the wind has been. And then we got snow flurries on Wednesday, 2 days ago, which that is so rare. That is so rare. We're not supposed to have any of that stuff here. There's signs of life on stuff. You can see like spring greening. There's a petunia in here and I'm gonna leave it. So there's going to be canis, and that canis looks actually pretty good. I know it looks beat up in some respects, but there's actually a bloom coming out of that one. So there's some greening going on in here. There's a petunia over there that I'm going to leave too. So that's salvia, and then there's a petunia in the back. So we're going to have just tons of petunias. I think we're going to cut this grass back. The neighbors have cut theirs back, so that gives me an indication it's probably time. These guys look really good. This one, not as much, but I can't remember if he was damaged and before we got the stuff to take out the nematodes or the grubs. So he's got one spot on him that doesn't look real good, but I'm hoping that that's really from last year before we put in some nematodes that took care of the grubs, because both of those look really good. I don't think there might be buds forming on this. On the pomegranate tree. Back there you can see we got some work to do cleaning some stuff up, but for the most part it's coming along. It's supposed to be gorgeous today. Then we're supposed to have 2 days of really bad winds, and then I think next week we start getting back into the 60s, and the 10-day forecast, I think, has 70s, the highs in the 70s by the end of this. So that means we're heading into spring, probably. I wanted to show, I have hyacinth coming up. Oh, this one's kind of hard to see, but this one's got hyacinth, and I'm hoping that I planted them at the right depths because they're really into the soil right now, but I'm hoping that's the way they normally look. I've never grown hyacinth before, but there's like the little purple things coming up. I understand that hyacinth is one of those things too that is kind of toxic to your skin, but they're supposed to smell gorgeous. So today my plan is to put all of my perennials in the old tree well from one of our trees. Move every perennial that I need to into that. And some of these pots that are sitting on the table, that's what I'm going to do, is move them into the tree well. I'm going to kind of use that as my staging area for the most part. We collected rainwater over here too, but we didn't get near the amount that we got over, well, behind our house and over by on the east side of the house. Those, what are those called? Now I can't even think of the name I was going to call them. Well, let's look at the calendula flowers first and I'll think of the names. There's so many pretty calendula flowers. This tower has just been giving me all sorts of love. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. I think the beets I'm going to move out into the tree well because I think I crowded them in here. There also is some, let's see, what else is in here? Oh, those root vegetables. Look at how pretty that calendula is. That's just gorgeous. No, Swiss chard. I'm probably going to move this Swiss chard into the tree well. That's probably a Swiss chard. The beets I might leave in here. I don't know. But it's just been beautiful. The color that's in that tower. Leeks. I haven't had enough coffee yet. That's why I'm coughing. Leeks. And then there's a cilantro coming up right there. I'll take it. So the snapdragons are loving this cold, as only a snapdragon would. And then I think those are an allium that I planted here. I need to look these up, but I've got some bulbs that I did plant in here. There's 2 right there. That looks pretty. My gazanias are coming to life. And then the hyacinth that are around here, let's see, there's one. There's another one. I think there's a petunia right there that I'm going to pull out of this because the petunias are not supposed to be growing in there. So I'm going to pull that out today too. But that's so pretty. I hope they all come up and I planted them right. You never know. I left petunias in here and in here. And then this mum back here is looking really good. I cut that down to practically nothing. And it's springing back to life. That one I cut back to nothing, but it's not doing as well. The heavenly bamboo is looking pretty. How's it looking in here? Not as pretty. But this is its first year in this container, so I have a feeling that given a few years, it'll be as pretty as that. And that just is a gift that keeps on giving. That heavenly bamboo even puts out little berries. It's gorgeous. I've got some bulbs coming up in here. I think these are alliums. I'm only saying that because they look like onion tops, which are in the allium family, I think. So I want to cut these lantana back, and then it looks like this lily's gonna make it, and that one over there's got some green forming on it, so we still got a shot. And those lilies are tiger swirl, rainbow rhythm, Hemiocallis. There's a bulb coming up right there. And then these have grown, probably doubled in size. My boxwoods are still alive, but I'm probably not going to leave them here. I'm not sure what to do with 2 boxwoods. Maybe put them out in the entryway. Now these are daffodils, even though they kind of look like onions too. And then there's my tulips are coming back. And then there's a petunia that's still in here and this little rose. I moved these daffodils because we don't have gutters on the back of the house, and we collected a lot of rainwater here, and I thought that'll drown these out. So I moved these up to the counter, and then I just put them back yesterday. So there's nothing. I planted a bunch of seeds in here, and then yesterday I sprinkled this with water again. I don't know if I'm going to get anything or not. I don't think there's any signs of life on that grass yet. Maybe a little bit. There's some green on that one. There's nothing in this bed yet. So I'll probably start some radishes in here. These petunias are still... That one's, every time I come out, there's more dead on it, but it's still got a chance to thrive. And then, look at here. That's a spider lily coming up. And then I have all these that are staked that I think are iris, and oh, that could be, because it's either out, I think I planted iris here, so that looks the same as those that are in the snapdragon bed. And now that I think about it, I think those are all iris, because once you buy, a sack of bulbs, you get like 50. So anyway, that's what this bed looks like. And then that's the tree well that I'm gonna be planting all the perennials in today. That's my goal. Look at the Dusty Miller in that pot. It looks so pretty. It hasn't minded this weather at all. And then check this out. My Romanesco. That is a good size too right now. And there's another one. I can't find it. I think it's in, maybe it's this one. Yep, there's another one right in there. So I've got 2 Romanescos here. They're slow growing, but I'll take it. Such a pretty plant. I don't know what this is. And then my beets look really good too, although they're getting crowded out. These are Brussels sprouts back here, and they're looking okay, but you can see I took the marigolds that were in here, the dead marigolds, out of here. We've got our rain spout extension sitting here. We're going to probably tear those down because we're not really expecting any more moisture. We might get some, but we're not probably going to collect it at this point. It's a lot of work. That's forget what that's called. Daisy, African daisy, and a salvia. And then my mustard is bolted. But isn't that pretty? And look at how pretty the cabbage is. I'm going to grow these all over the place next year. I didn't eat, well, I did eat off of these, although they were pungent at the time, and I think it was because it was warm. They're probably not as pungent tasting now because it's colder, but they're also bolting at this point. But I would just have these for the beauty. I think they're every bit as pretty as a decorative kale. So, and even my beets, I think my beets look beautiful, but then I guess maybe I'm biased because I just think plants look pretty. These are getting moved. These are all the walking onions that survived, so they're going to go over into the tree well as well. But I'm really pleased. I know there's another Romanesco in here, but I'm not going to be searching through it. Then what else? I guess that's about it. These are going in the tree well too. Anything, any of the strawberries, any of the Swiss chard, it's getting moved over there. So that'll be fun. A fun activity today, and I'll feel like I've accomplished a lot too. So I will keep you posted on these daffodils because I just started them a few weeks ago and I want to see what happens to them. We're trying to make sure that these are ready for the April 15th plant sale, and there's 3 in each of the pots. And one of the ladies that's really smart in the club about gardening, when I called her and I said, when do I plant these, she said, you can't guarantee that they'll be blooming at the time of the plant sale, so don't even try. So I was thinking, what do I do? The rosemary looked really pretty too. Had bees buzzing around on it. My jasmine back here in these towers looks horrible. They weren't getting watered correctly. So I hope that there's enough life in them that I can bring them back, but I think I'll cut them back totally and see what happens. Maybe even move them. Maybe they don't like it back there. I could put them maybe right on this trellis. I don't know. We'll see. There's some climbing roses too that are up against the block wall that I didn't plant, that I'm probably going to put some trellises up there and try and save them. One had really pretty red roses on it, and I didn't take care of it because I wasn't going to go up there, but now maybe I should. Anyway, oh, I should show the trees too. Buds on that tree. The neighbor's yard has buds too. I don't think this one does yet, but it took longer to lose its leaves too. Anyway, that's my garden diary. Today is the 25th of February, and yesterday we got some rain. I think the day before that we got a little bit of snow, and then you can see it's starting to snow again. But the snow is falling on wet, so it's not really sticking. We've been collecting water, and I've already emptied these ones. Oh, this is really pretty. I don't know what the temperature is. I'll have to look it up. The snow is more noticeable this direction, so. Don't get this often, so we take extra pictures when this happens. Oh, this is pretty too. Like I say, nothing's sticking yet. Beautiful. It's about an hour later, and it's snowing a little harder, and things are starting to stick a little bit. I did check the temperature, and it was 39 on my phone, and then my husband checked our weather station, and it shows, I think he said 35. You can see on that pad it's starting to get some snow on it. It let up a little bit, and then it had like some mix of rain and snow, and now it's snow again. A little bit.
Yeah, it was a little bit bigger flakes.
This is a rare instance. This is the 1st of March, and we actually have like little snow flakes. They're tiny. It was a little bit bigger before we came out, but I had to get shoes and a jacket on to come out here. We were expecting some rain today. It's Wednesday, and it started to get dark about an hour or so ago, and then this is the result. It's chilly. The wind's been blowing for the last couple of days too. if it starts snowing a little bit heavier, I'll capture it. I mean, you can kind of see it's like flurries.